What's up, guys? Angelic Card Freddy here, and I'm going to be doing some Poke Beach news. Uh, so, since I'm doing this on my computer instead of my phone, I can't get it to edit because I can't find a good software, and I don't want to buy anything. So we're just going to have a random playlist. So first, this one came out today, 7 hours ago, actually, at the time of filming. Zygarde. Hold on, let me turn the volume down a bit. There we go. So Zygarde, for 3 energies, Land Crush does 80 damage. And it kind of makes fun of one card. This card right here. Charizard GX. For the same thing, it does less damage. And it's a Stage 2 GX. Which makes it really sad. And it also has a second attack, Core Punisher, 150. But you discard a Dark and Fairy energy from it. And it's kind of cool how they interpreted Cernius and Yveltal in it because it's what it's from. And also, let's see, it does cost a double colorless and a double dragon if you play that. So Core Punisher, it does 150 for that, and you can pair it with Choice Band and Fighting Fury Belt and stuff. So if you actually pair it with Fighting Fury Belt, it's better than a regular Zygarde without Fighting Fury Belt. Honestly, it probably would be. Next card we have is Guzma from the Sun Moon 3. There's a picture of another Pokemon in here, which I will go over after this. But what Guzma does, it switches your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench. So Lysander is coming back, but then you get to switch your active. So you switch your active Pokemon, and that can be good because it's a free switch technically, but sometimes you don't really want to switch. So depending on the circumstance, it's better and worse. And what we were talking about in the previous one, we have this Golisopod GX. The reason we're talking about that is first impression. This attack does 90 damage plus 30 or it does 30 plus 90 if this Pokemon became active during your turn. So if you play a Guzma, you can get it to be active. And if you play Switch or something, you just gotta play a lot of Switch cards if you're gonna build it. Especially because it's for 1 grass energy, that makes it really good. It also has an attack, Armor Press 100, and it reduces damage by 20. That's okay, but it's not the best. But its GX attack, Crosscut 150, that is a good amount of damage. And switches Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. I wouldn't use this GX. If you had another GX in the deck, I would use that if the circumstance is better, which will most likely be because you'd rather just play Switch or Guzma. Next we have this. This is Charizard GX. And let's see. So it's really just a sponsor. There's no real reason for it to be a thing right now. But I already said a couple slides ago, 3 colorless for 70. That's horrible. That's disgusting for a stage 3 or a stage 2 GX Pokemon. And then this is very, very hard to do. But Crimson Storm, 300 damage, discard 3 fire energy from this Pokemon. There is 3 fire energy and then a double colorless. So that would just be an endgame. And the only way I can see this put into a deck is Houndoom Mill. Raging Out GX, discard the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck. Next we have this Gardevoir GX. Let's get it on screen there. So its ability is Fountain of Secrets. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach one fairy energy from your hand to your Pokemon. So that can be anywhere on the field. So, but if you're building Gardevoir, you're going to want it to be on Gardevoir because of its infinite force attack. 30 damage times the amount of energy on both actives. So if you have like 4 Gardevoir out, that's 5 energy per turn. In 5 times 3, that's 150 in one turn. Plus, you could play cards like Max Elixirs and stuff. And maybe if they come out with patches for every type, soon you're going to be able to play Fairy Patch. And it's going to be overly scary. Next, we have its GX attack, Twilight GX. Search your discard pile for 10 cards, show them to your opponent, and shuffle them back into your deck. That is pretty good in almost any deck. You're getting your resources back, BS Seekers, Supporters, Items, Trainers, Energies, anything you can. Let's go over this now. We have Muscle Dumbbells. It is a item card and a tool card. Attach a Pokemon tool, blah, blah, blah. You can do that. You attach it to a stage 1 Pokemon. Its max HP is increased by 40. So this is Fighting Fury Belts for non-basic Pokemon. So now let's look at Gardevoir. So it would be that 270 right there. That's almost getting up to levels of the not Gardevoir, the Golisopod. There. Sorry, I forgot it could only go on stage 1. I'm stupid. Well, so you can get 250, and that's a regular Wailord right there. And that can just do a whole lot, especially with this next card, Noivern GX. Now, there's a card called Seismitoad. Here, let me look it up quickly. Hold up.
Never eat her rotten flesh. It makes you starve in the night. Tame a wolf and train it to play fast.
Alright, computer, do you go a little bit slower?
It's the eye of spider, it's poison in one bite. Oh, look out, I'm an excellent fighter. The creepers and the
Seismitoad. We'll just go from this picture. Quaking Punch does 30 damage, and your opponent cannot play items. And it's 30 damage compared to the 50 damage, and it blocks items. So, as we all know that Guardians Rising is being rotated out of format, we now actually have did I say Guardians Rising rotating out of format? I don't know what actually, you know what? I don't know what I said, but all the cards that are rotating out of format, Burning Shadows, this card will be in Burning Shadows. And one card that is actually being left out is the Giratina EX, which is a good card to be in Turbo Darkrai. And if you could see that second attack, Loud Sonic, it does, I don't actually think it's called Loud Sonic. That's kind of a funny name. Whatever. It does 120 damage. That's a whole lot of damage. And your opponent can't play special energies. So there's a whole lot of decks that play special energies right now. Decidueye, Vileplume, and stuff like that. That's major to them because that's what they use to mostly do their attacks. And you can also stop them from playing items with Distortion. And its GX attack can do 50 all across the board. So if their bench Pokemon have a lot of damage on them, you can just Explosive Sound Wave and maybe even pull like 6 prize cards one turn, potentially. Which, that would be a very cool way to win a game. And I'm running out of time here, so that's all we had for today. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.